Ironic. Ironic.
What is going on? We are back at it again on Twitch. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get it rolling. Thank you so much for spending some time with your boy. We got to keep the games rocking and rolling as always. Week 4 action. And it's going to be interesting set as always. Don't go anywhere. Game number 3, week number 4. I see the people in the chat. What's popping, folks? How you doing? How you feeling? It's almost weekend time. And let's go ahead and get into it. It's going to be DC at New York. East Coast action, looking to get into the mix. I'm hyped for it. DC looking to go 4-0. New York, they're trying to avoid going 0-4 on the season. So I have pretty much everything ready to go here. I'm just sending out a few things just to make sure everything's good to go. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a little bit and we'll get this game rolling.
Ironic.
Let's see who's in there right there. Go ahead and do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and throw my ticket into the giveaway as well. Before I forget, don't forget exclamation point USFA to get in the giveaway. You already know how we do up in this thing. Looks like we're at 9 total entries already. I love to see it. I already know there's a lot of DC people up in here, so make sure that if you're not on DC, get your people up in here. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's go ahead and hit it. I'm hype, you're hype. We're on the CBS for tonight and for tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a little bit rainy here in New York, but we are underway here in the Big Apple, and it's going to be starting with the Mafia on offense, a kneel down, and it's going to set up 1st and 10. Aaron Ike, 0 for 3 on the season, looking to turn up here. Going to be rocking their home jerseys. We got 11 people in the giveaway already. Make sure you do the predictions as well. Had a pretty fun one with that one. Let me know if you like these particular predictions over any other ones that I've been doing, as we're going to see a handoff there to Watson picking up 3. Shotgun set here for Aaron Knight. Going to be passing it here, sending 4, but the pass is going to be incomplete. Trying to fit that one across the middle, not to be. Going to be 3rd and 7 coming. Need to get past the 35-yard line to keep the drive alive. They're going to send a few blockers to hold them up. You're going to get the catch as Watson, but he's going to be a couple of yards shy. 4th and 2, and DC's off the field just like that. Trying to hope they can make a play, not to be. Sending this one away. It's going to be returned. Mix, 1 man miss, a 2nd man miss as Ryan Davis getting to about the 25. And it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Zaire Augustus coming to the field. Going to be passing it here first on the day for Augustus, and it's caught. Getting it right to Golden Hands, who came into this week leading in receiving yards. Going to make it 1st and 10 coming up off the first play. Here comes Augustus again, pass number 2 over the top, and a bucket to Coco down to the 20. And already DC is not playing games. Right over the top, reaching up for it, and he's going to make that catch with relative ease. And just like that, they're in the red zone, or close to it. Picking up 37 on the play is Coco. Right at the 21-yard line. I believe that Slam Bam Huckabee there in the backfield, and he's going to get a carry past the 20. Going to pick up 3. Going to be passing it, looking for the slant route and go over the top. Golden Hands getting the touchdown. DC already on top with an immaculate drive. And that was an interesting route pattern right there. Seeing he cut up the field. His Golden Hands making the play. I never seen that before. That's pretty crazy. I need to hit up Ryan in the DMs. I got to find that play. That's pretty crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Had that linebacker on some nonsense. Kick is gonna be up and good, and New York's gonna be coming onto the field soon. I'm not gonna I'm not giving you that one, buddy. I mean, it's in the game, so I just gotta find it. You know, I'll be doing my research, but I'll be right back. Gotta let one of my friends in to the crib. Be right back. It's gonna be a solid game here, and it's gonna be 1st and 10 here for New York. A handoff, and Watson's gonna take it past the 40. Gonna be 2nd and 6 coming. $15 people up in here. What's popping? 12 in the giveaway. Faking the handoff is Ike. Stands his feet and goes ahead and throws it away. They look like a face mask there for sure on that last play, but not to be. Going to be 3rd and 6 coming up. Going to be passing it here. Going to sand his feet, go short with it and caught. Rumbling forward for the remaining yardage is Johnny Bravo. And that's going to make it a gain of 7 for number 85. And that keeps New York on the field. And good old Demon Eyes right there. So does that make him Brian Demon Bowl? Not sure. Going to be a handoff. Pushing forward is Watson, getting close to the 45 on the other side. And the drive will continue. New York trying to tie this ball game up. Making a man go to motion to the right side, looking for a man here, looking right side, and overthrows a big play. Angelo Roman had to step over T Knight there, but the pass off the mark. 3rd and 4. Going to be passing it here, looking for a man. Going to take off and throws it away again as the pass rush on the left side or on Aaronek's right side of the formation breaks free, lets 2 go, and that's going to kill that drive there. Had some potential. but the O-line did not work on that play. And this is not a favorable game here. The O-line not as pretty as the other teams, as we're going to see this one go to the left side. It goes into the end zone barely. And that's going to go ahead and make it 1st and 10. DC looking to get another score. First and 10, handing it off. There goes Brewer with a big hole, and he's going to cut up, and he's got a lot of room to the 40, trying to outrun it, and he's going to get it to the 25, and there goes DB2. Making it happen already. Big play, DC. What's Mafia's record this season so far? They are currently 0-3 going into this ball game. And if they keep playing like this, you can go ahead and add +1 to the right side of that record. But the game's still early, still young. Rainy New York City. Looking for a handoff, and there goes Slam. He's going to bounce backwards, but he's going to keep his feet under him. Going to pick up 3. Third and 2 coming up for DC. New York a chance to hold them to a field goal if they play the cards right. DC not trying to let this drive end. Going to be passing it right side and wide open. First down to about the 4-yard line. And it's 1st and goal, DC. Goose Busters coming through with the catch. It's coming into the chat. I see you, Big Pimpin'. 1st and goal. Oh yeah, you could do the same thing like that, like I do for Luke, like Luke or Goose or Brewer getting the touchdown, and DC's gonna make it a 2-score game. That was about as easy as you can ask for a carry there. He walked him down the field, and he's going to go ahead and make it happen. "13 entries into the giveaway. Kick is up, and he's going to dunk that one off the right side. I believe that's our first extra point missed all season long. And that one went to the right. That was kind of nasty there. But the score 13-0. Kicking this one away again. Going to be a kneel down in the back of the end zone. New York back onto the field. Gave up 2 touchdowns so far. It's going to be 1st and 10. New York and their fans hoping it doesn't get out of hand early. But right now, only 38 yards of offense to speak of here in this first quarter. Shotgun set here for Aaron Knight. Going to be a handoff, cutting up and using some of that speed to get closer to 30. It's going to be 2nd and 7. He said, when you have the highest scoring offense, you can afford to miss an extra point. That's definitely true. They definitely have that put up and make the defense shut up type of offense. And they're looking to keep it going here. Handoff, push it forward past the 30. And it's going to be 3rd and 3 coming up. He's Aaron Neck is like, we get it. You always put together a championship team here. It's definitely true. Haven't seen a team that isn't already in the race, but I believe BC threw him a bone here on that play, getting a little handsy. And honestly, the pass was nowhere near the receiver. That was a little bit tough there for X-Pac. He kind of forced the hand. Probably didn't give him a chance to go towards it, and that's probably where it came from. It's going to be 1st and 10. Make that 1st and 15. So I guess that's some of the karma there. They're around the same spot as where they was on that last play. Shotgun set. He's going to be passing it again. Going to go middle of the field and a 1st down. Therefore, Aldrezi getting to midfield, and it's going to be 1st and 10. Look at that pass there. Nicely done. Right in the middle of the field. Passing it here, looking for a man, goes short and caught. Turning up with a beautiful block and picking up the first is Johnny Bravo. And here comes New York again, trying to get some more use of this offense. They're going to hit field goal range. Shotgun set. Gonna be a handoff on the reverse, trying to cut through, and he's gonna pick up one as Watson. A little bit shy of 4 yards of carry. We're gonna call that 3.5. Devil's Arc in the chat saying go ahead and take the 3-pointer. And they do have the range to hit it, even though it is kind of not the greatest conditions. Going to take off to run as Ike sets his feet and finds his man inside the 20. And there goes Angelo Roman coming through with the gain of 20. He actually got missed on a potential touchdown on the previous drive, or I believe on the first drive. Just a little bit out of his range, but that's going to go ahead and make it a nice play. New York not giving up. I love to see it. There's going to be a short drop back. He slips, and then he's going to look short with it. And Jamarcus Tyrone's going to lose a yard on that carry. And that is how quarter number 1 is going to end. Interesting way to close out the quarter. Let's go ahead and flip the fields. Throw the 2s up in the chat, as we only need one more entry here to get a quick spin here before the end of the first half. Gonna be a delayed handoff and a big hole for Watson. A lot of blocks up front, and he almost got the first down by way of the ground game. I said defense allowed 16 points in 3 games. Does New York match it? We'll have to see. But right now, New York's in a really good spot, as DC is loading up the middle of that D line. They're going to go ahead and send forward to try to crash through, taking off to run, and going to get sacked. And bad omens brings them down. It looked good for a second, but that interior pass rush gets home. And the defense breaking out the bend but don't break set up. Bad omens getting a sack on the season. Me personally, I would have took a run, see what would happen, maybe like an outside pitch. That looked like a perfect time to run that, as we're going to see the kick there from Party, and it's going to be good. And that'll be the first points of the week here for New York. (13-3) is your score. DC back onto the field so far. Every drive DC's been on the field, they've been able to put some points on the board. So here's take number 3, as that gets sent into the back of the end zone. No return there. Then it's gonna be 1st and 10 coming up. Yogi Bar up in here getting us a quick spin. I'm gonna go ahead and spin it right now. It's gonna go to Mr. Rapid Raccoon, Kai Coco, or Coco Raccoon, whichever one comes through. Shotgun set. One hand to catch there, middle of the field and wide open. There goes Golden Hands, who was trying to stay up on that play, almost broke free. But it's going to be 1st and 10 already. Coco Raccoon indeed will make that happen. I think he's already at like 94 overall. One of the top linebackers in the league. And honestly, that had a little bit of a face mask there. Or that looked like the animation for the face mask. It didn't look like he grabbed it, but that would normally be called as a face mask. You know what I'm saying? Going to be passing this one here, looking middle of the field and wide open again, and it's going to be a 1st down play. There goes Davis. Getting another catch on the ball game. DC, so far so perfect in the set in regards to the passing attack. No incompletions. Handoff in a big hole to get to the 30-yard line is Davin Brewer. It's going to be 2nd and 4 coming. Mafia owner Aaron X says, can we play defense today, Mafia? Doesn't look like it. Offense of DC having their way. So far tonight is going to be a stretch, and he's barely going to get the 1st down as Brewer. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming. Gonna be passing it here, right side, and gonna be caught. 2nd and 4 coming up. Who are you, Devil's Arc? That is tight end Goosebusters. As they're going to go ahead and throw a pick, it's going to be Powers. Mr. Richard Powers going to go ahead and take that ball away. Nothing doing there for DC. Their first incompletion is a bad one. And here comes New York. The rookie getting it done. DJ Moist Taco, show some love to your boy. He said, I'm trying to get in this league too, man. He came in the draft. He didn't get drafted high. But you can still make an impact no matter where you get drafted as long as you do your thing. You know what I'm saying? You love to see it. As we're going to go ahead and set up shotgun set. Like, not everybody fortunate enough to be 99 overall in week 2. But he says he's going to make the play as Rashad Watson's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Stretching this one, and then a big handoff, juking past the 20. It's going to be 3rd and medium coming. And this is the time where New York needs to convert, keep the drive alive, and help their offense out and their defense. Give them some breathing room here. They've been on the field most of the game. As that probably should have been an offsides, but it's not to be, and the out route works for Aldrezi. If that was a penalty, that would have been declined. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball doesn't lie. You know how it goes. Gonna be passing it here, looking for a man, goes right side and gonna be incomplete. The completion could not be made there. Number 26 coming through. I believe that's the big, no, that's not Case and Kane. I think it's 21. I gotta get my numbers right. And also have to add on the new additions and changes to the player numbers. I'll have to do that this week. But that's Whitman. Thank you, sir. As we're gonna see a handoff, and that's a loss. The O-line gave that no favors. Toxic Jelly Bean was popping, homie. Pittsburgh got the W. And the big homies in Huntington Beach, they'll play on Sunday. So make sure you watch out for that one, as Aaron Knights going to set his feet and throws right side. And although they got the pick, they go nowhere. Yeah, that's all I was thinking. I knew 21 was Case and Kane. I had that in my head, but I just wanted to make sure. But it's 4th and 13 regardless. New York, they get the stop, but couldn't get the offense rolling. We need 2 more entries in the giveaway to go ahead and give us another spin before the 3 that comes through at halftime.
Okay, ready?
Gonna be passing it here, looking for a man, goes short with it and caught. And Goosebuster's gonna make another catch. 2nd and 4. Gonna be passing it here, looking for a man, gonna take off to run and getting chased down and throws it away. And the defensive pass rush here for New York starts to make some waves here. Gonna be 3rd and 4 coming up. I know Zaire Augustus has been in a new system playing here in DC, but I believe from a record standpoint, New York has had a pretty good record against this quarterback. Someone could fact check me on that, but I'm quite certain that's the case, as they're going to go right side and it's going to be caught turning up and getting past the 45-yard line is the big homie Ryan Davis. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. As they caught him slipping on that out route. Like they had Matty Tillman on there. That's a mismatch waiting to happen. Going with the handoff and going nowhere but backwards. It's going to be 2nd and 12 coming up. Gonna be passing it here, looking for a man. Gonna go ahead and throw left side and gonna be caught. Getting close to midfield, and that's gonna set up a 3rd and 9 situation. New York with the chance to hold them off some points. And honestly, outside of the 2 touchdowns they gave up earlier, New York's playing themselves a fairly decent defensive game. The high-powered offense looking to get down the field, but they're going to do just that. Inside the 35 they go. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming. You can make the case, and DC should have about 24 points up to this point. Got them down to 13, but that's going to move us to the 2-minute warning here. Gonna be passing it and gonna be sacked. Danny Ringer getting down and dirty here to make a play in the rain. 2nd and 17 coming up here. He said, why he didn't throw that easy completion? Who knows? Only he and the man's above knows. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a pass here again, looking for a man, and the pressure's getting to Augustus, and he's going to be almost throwing another pick, as DC was lucky that wasn't a user player. That was actually a bot making a pretty decent play. And now it's 3rd and long coming up here for DC. Shotgun set. DC has to get past the 29-yard line to keep the drive alive. They're going to go short with it and only get a couple of yards. It's going to make it 4th and 17. And that's going to force another punt. I'm going to go ahead and send this one away to the right side, but it's going to go in the end zone. As New York is keeping themselves in the ball game for sure, but they need their offense to get right. And honestly, any type of points on this drive will be a great move for them, as Aaron Neck's going to go ahead and turn away from pressure and run straight into a sack. And there goes John Smith, getting a big contract voided within the span of a week. And here he is already producing a lot more than he did in that one game for Tacoma. I think he's already at 4 sacks. Signed the highest contract of all time in the USFA. I think he only got like 3 tackles in that first game. That's pretty crazy. As we're going to see a fake of the handoff here, going to go ahead and throw it short. It's going to be caught, but he's not really going too much further than that. DC is going to call the timeout. It's going to be 3rd and 19. Going with the run play, trying to get some yards. There is a flag, and I think it's on New York, so it's going to be a punt. Actually, not take that back. They're going to give them another bone, and that's going to be automatic first down. Talon Rikerstone, the rookie, reaching a little too high. .28 seconds left. They need about, I'll say about 40 yards to get in good field goal range, maybe 30. As we're going to see a takeoff to run and gonna get sacked. And there goes defensive tackle Wilson Jr. coming through with the big play. And New York's not really focused on stopping the clock right now. They have all 3 timeouts, but they're not really pressing the ante here. 3 seconds. And they're going to go ahead and let the clock run out. Nope, they're going to get the pass off barely. Going to launch middle of the field, and that's going to be incomplete. And that is going to go ahead and make it to the end of the first half, folks. You know how crazy I was about to say final score? I'm tripping. But we're going to go ahead and get to the 3 entries that we'll draw tonight. First is going to go to Mr. Brian Eshelman there of Tacoma. Is going to go to Cassidy Dotson, so myself. And then the final one will go to Mr. Goosebusters there of DC. So we'll go ahead and get that set up there. Congrats to the winners. Still got a few more to get. And we're going to go ahead and keep this thing rolling. You know what I'm saying? He said, let us get something. Aiden Soccer, what's happening? How you feeling? If you have a player, let us know in the chat. Show some love. Thanks so much for stopping by.
All right, go get him now. Let's go, man.
I mean, trying to get something. Bad publicity is publicity, most definitely. Because I came here for the commentary. Well, I appreciate you for coming, as we're going to take that one to the 25-yard line. And Madden, you love to see it. I don't know if we're here specifically for Madden. We're here for the league, the United States Football Association. But still happy that you're here. Appreciate you for coming in. If you're not in the league, go ahead and join us. You can make big plays like this. Davin Brewer out running C.A. Jr. Big Buckets DMV says, step your game up. And that's definitely going to put him over 100 so far tonight. A hole as wide as the Grand Canyon, and Davin Brewer's going to make an earthquake here in the Big Apple. Quarterback Zaire Augustus, he's loving it. He said, hey, keep it going, as DC is going to set up for an extra point. Kick is going to be a lot better than the last time he tried an extra point. He shanked it off the right uprights earlier, but he's going to go ahead and knock it through. New York still in the ball game, all things considered, a 3-score affair. But they'll need to get some touchdowns on the board to catch up.
Smart, baby. You call it, we all it, baby.
Going to be a kneel down there. Going to make it 1st and 10 here for the Aaron Nike-led offense. 3 scores down, might as well be 50, especially with how the defensive DC has been playing. We talked a little bit about New York's defense, and it didn't really show up on that last play, but DC has only allowed 3 points, less than a handful, so got to give them credit as well. As we already know, they've only allowed, up to this point, 19 total points all season long, and the trend of defense wins championships is looking pretty strong for them. Granted, this isn't a championship ball game, but you still got to play the games to make it to the championship, and they're showing out as we're going to see a handoff, and he's going to make it to the 25, and so that means he's not going to get anything. Yeah, not looking good for New York so far. But still got a half of football. Just got to settle into the offense. Aaron Nike needs to put the team on his back, as he's going to have the bunch at the bottom of the formation. Aaron Nike looking to get something going here, going to pass it, looking for a man, spinning away from pressure, sets his feet and then launches it, and going to be incomplete, as number 22 says no to that play. And that's going to be a quick 3 and out. He said we need a turnover. Almost gave up a 50-some yard catch. But that was the type of play that New York needs to try to get the offense rolling. And honestly, that worked out a lot better than expected. It's going to see it return, and it's going to look to get past the 40. I thought he was going to hit that to the right side and he would still be running, but going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Here comes Zaire Augustus. Yeah, Talon Rickerstone there with the big hit. Going to be a handoff. Going to be cutting up and getting to the 45. It's going to be 2nd and 8 coming up. Over 300 total yards here for this DC defense. Going to be passing, DC offense, I should say. Going to spin and throw it short. Is going to be caught, staying in bounds and getting pushed out. Now it's going to be 3rd and medium. Third and medium coming up. Going to be passing it right side and going to be caught and turn it up with that speed again. Golden hands inside the 20. Make that inside the 15 to the 14. And it's going to be 1st and 10 coming. as I'm getting all these notifications and stuff. That was just for me posting in the Discord, so nothing too pressing right there. Golden Hands a couple yards away from hitting the century mark tonight. Is going to be 1st and 10 coming. Going to be passing it right side and going to be deflected. Trying to fit that one to Goosebusters to get his first touchdown. Not to be. Going to be passing it right side and going to go with the wheel route. Give it back to Brewer. He says, I'm not done with this end zone. It's going to be a touchdown. DC. It might be his 3rd touchdown. All I know is he's been in the end zone a lot. I think it's 2 rushing and 1 receiving. Aiden, New York, be lucky to get another 3. Gonna be sending this one away. It's gonna be in the middle of the end zone before a kneel down. Here comes New York. Is it Kason Kane needs a touchdown? Well, it could be a touchdown if it's a pick 6, right? But he said interception there in the chat. It's gonna be Aaron Knight again. Pocket looks nice, pass looks better, and John Aldrezi holds on, getting to about the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 coming. And they have themselves a 24-point deficit to try to erase. Gonna be looking for a man here. Left side goes short with it, and Calvin Nakua gets what I believe is his first catch of the game. Hasn't been a very pretty game for him. A gain of 7. Gonna be pushing forward, and a big hit gets him even more yards there. 3rd and 3 coming. Going to be passing it here. Goes left side in. That's not going to be completed there. That's going to be Mr. Coco Raccoon getting up in the mix. And it's going to be 4th and 3. And that is definitely going to be 20 total in regards to the giveaway. So we're going to go ahead and run this thing. And it's going to go to Miami's very own Yogi Bar. So congratulations, going to get yourself 20 TP and in the giveaway. Can't be mad at it. So we'll say right now we ain't hitting the over under right now, but you see right there, DC's halfback Davin Brewer having himself a career game up to this point. 3 touchdowns, over 140 total yards, and it's gonna be, that would have been Coco touchdown if he caught that, or potential touchdown. Going to be passing it here, and he's going to go deep with it and had a step, but the pass off the mark. Richard Powers was in no man's land, but luckily for him, he didn't get torched. Going to be stepping to his left and then throwing on the run, and he had a step again there with the pass, but Zaire Augustus not good on that particular drive. It's going to be 4th down. Going to be a fair catch there at the 40. And that's going to put New York back onto the field. 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Going to be a handoff pushing forward. And it's going to be fumbling the football. And who recovered it is actually going to be Johnny Bravo, who lunges on it. Going to be a gain of 1. Gonna be passing this one middle of the field, and that's gonna be incomplete. Coco Raccoon says no to that play. 3rd and 9. Gonna be passing it here, looking for man left side, and gonna be to the 40-yard line. He's gonna be 1st and 10 here. Angelo Roman coming through with the catch. Going to be a handoff, juking up to get to the 35-yard line. 2nd and medium coming up here for New York. And yeah, Aiden's like 4th and 10. Sheesh earlier there for DC. And honestly, could have been 6+1 back on the board there for him if the passes were on point. Going to be quick pitching it and going to be incomplete, as Case and Kane swats that out the air. 3rd and medium coming up.
It's showtime, baby.
Going to be passing this, and it's going to be almost picked off, and Case and Kane dropped a gimme. And regardless of that, that's going to put New York in a spot where they either try to go for it or take the field goal. Going to be sending this one up, and Party knocks it through. Back to a 21-point affair in favor of DC. And the kick from Party gets through. So DC has allowed now 22 points so far this season. And if you divide that by 4, that's less than 5 points a game. Well, less than 6, I should say. So they give up less than a touchdown a game. Gonna be sending this one into the end zone again. Gonna be a delayed handoff and another cut there by Brewer, already over 140 yards rushing. It's going to be 2nd and 6 coming up here. He said, I had that on a dry day as Glock Lesnar, aka Case and Kane. Going to be a handoff, cutting around and trying to bounce the outside, but he's going to lose a yard in the process. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Gonna be passing this one again. Protection's breaking down and gonna get hit as he's throwing that football away. And New York's gonna get off the field. 4th and 6 coming up. Yeah, Devil's Arc in the chat said DC defense, hold them now. Gotta keep them below 10. And he said, I don't give a damn if I get another pick as long as my wide receiver don't catch a pass and we keep putting belt to booty. I'm Gucci. That's what he said. As we're going to see the big homie return a pass to 20. Not much else to do there. New York back onto the field. Rashad Watson averaging less than 3 a carry. This defense here for DC. Not giving up a lot of room here. And they're going to try the ground game again. And once again, he's going to get shut down. Big hit in the backfield. Coco Raccoon sniping. Going to be passing it right side and going to be almost picked off again. Looked like it went off of the hands of receiver and almost went to Case and Kane, but going to be 3rd and 12 coming. Going to be passing it here, looking middle of the field, and it's going to be 4th and 12 coming. Going to be sending it away, and it's going to be 4th and 12 on the punt. Ryan Davis wants a punt return for a touchdown, but he's not going to get it. He's going to be giving DC some decent field position, and it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. 4th quarter coming soon. Cason's NIL deal in college must have been with Butterfinger. That's crazy. Looking for a pass again. The pocket solid. The pass not so much. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Gonna be looking to launch this short. Gonna be caught. Hangs on to it is Goose. And it's gonna be 3rd and 5. Augustus is struggling today, most definitely. Missing some passes we've normally seen him hit. Maybe the rain is affecting him. Gonna be passing it here. He said, stop saying I'm struggling. I'm going to hit it eventually. Taking off to run is Goose. Getting to the 20-yard line. 16 for 26. All things considered, he's still over 55%. I'm pretty sure he's at 60 now. No quarterback's going to go perfect. But he did miss some gimmies earlier, but he does make up for it on that play. 4 catches, 65 yards there for Mr. Busters. And off, pushing forward in the big hole, cutting up, getting to the 16-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 6.
Right now, baby, let's play.
Looking left side and caught a block. Gonna run through a man, and there goes Ryan Davis. I think I need a clip. DC says he'll put a clip in your back if you turn around. Look at this play here. That's just ridiculous. He got held up. Beautiful block there from Slam Bam, and then just run straight through Coco Jelly Bean. Wow. Sending this one away to the back of the end zone. And this game has gotten out of hand already. 28-point lead here for DC. Third quarter winding down. Gonna be throws off the back foot, and it is gonna be caught. Rumbling forward and picks up the first down is Calvin Nakua. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming. I got the game on Twitch on my 75th in the living room. Oh, 75-inch. Sorry, my bad. Got confused there. It was like 75th. I was like, what? What am I talking about? 1st and 10 coming up here. Final 15 seconds left in the third. Going to be handing this one off and going nowhere. 2nd and 9, and you could go ahead and throw your fours up. Let's go ahead and get into it. Flip the field. DC a quarter away from going 4-0. Looking for a pass here. Looking, steps right side. Going to be deflected. It's 3rd and 9. Gonna be looking to go ahead and spin, and gonna get sacked again in bad omens. He had a sack earlier in the first half. He says, let me double back. That's the 4th on the game. And the defensive line here making it happen. Sending this one away, nothing doing on this drive, as we'll see the return, and Ryan Davis looking for another truck. He's going to pick up an extra 3 yards after contact, and it's 1st and 10. Zaire Augustus looking for more plays. Got to be another handoff. There goes Brewer getting about 3. And he's over the 150-yard mark on the ground. 3 touchdowns in the game.
Ready?
Hand off again in a big hole, and he's going to turn up past midfield and get as much as he can. There goes Brewer again over the 175-yard mark, and he's going to keep it moving. 1st and 10. And I like this kid, Davin Brewer. He's doing his thing tonight. DC keeping the drive alive, trying to hit another 40 burgers in this season. As we're going to keep it on the ground, looking, and there goes slam, bam, breaking to the 25. He says, I can get big carries too. You got to put me in the game more, man. I'm going to get it, though. It's 1st and 10 coming up. Handoff, cutting up, breaks one tackle to get one. That's really about it. Handoff again, pushing forward. It's going to be 3rd and 7 here. DC trying to get some more points. New York trying to prevent more points from getting on the board. 8 minutes left in the ball game here. Another handoff, and Brewer's going to get some blocks up front to get to the 10, and he's 12 yards away from cracking 200. Here comes the pass again, looking for a man left side and caught to about this 5-yard line. And here comes Goosebusters again with another catch on the game. It's 5 for 70. And he's looking for a touchdown. He's trying to cut up there. Ryan's like, get him a touchdown. Gonna be passing it here, looking in the middle of the field, and gonna be caught. And Coco's gonna break it in, making it happen here. Beautifully placed pass, and DC gets it done. We could call it another 40 burger in favor of DC. Kick is going to be up and golden. 41-7. Well, 7 minus 1, I should say. 41-6. Sending this one away here. It's going to be returned, taking it past the 15 and not much else. Is anyone remember the extra point after earlier? Yeah, it didn't matter. Yeah, you're definitely right. You're definitely right about that, my friend. As you see right there, DC over 500 total offensive yards, just ridiculous. Kai Coco doing his thing, getting a touchdown in the pass rush here for DC is just ridiculous. Bad Omen's going to add another one, going with his defensive tackle, Night Stalker. Former Voyager coming through with the big play, stretching this offense out and making it look too easy. And Aaron Knight is fairly fast, but this defense as a whole, I'd put that against any offense, see what happens. Gonna be passing it here, looking, and he's gonna try to avoid the sack, and does. He's gonna make the catch. Avoids the safety and gets the ball out. 3rd and 12 coming up. That was a little scary there. Could have been 43-6. Gonna be passing this, spinning away from pressure and gets hit. Nothing going there. 4th and 12. And it looks like we'll see another punt come here for New York as their offense. They had some flashes getting down the field, but only came up with 6 points to a very tough DC team. Sending this one away again. Gonna be turning up past the 40. And here comes the big home at Davin Brewer. 5 yards away from over 200 yards total. I still can't believe I got Josh Smith for nothing. Yeah, that's definitely true. Well, nothing in comparison to what he had in Tacoma. Yeah, that's definitely true. As we're going to see a handoff, and the blocking is perfect. And that'll give him 4 of those yards. Rusty's like, sorry, just got here. Well, make sure you do that exclamation point USFA. Getting that giveaway. Got 3 more coming. $50 plays so far here for DC. 29 of them have been passes. A handoff again, cutting around. And he's going to get a couple of yards there on the ground. That should be over 200 there for him total. Going to be passing it here, and the pass rush is immediate. Danny Ringer says, I could get to the quarterback too. He says, let me go ahead and get my stats in. We might not win the game, but I still got to get some awards, man. I got to get in that D lineman of the year. And plays like that can make it happen. And Ryan Davis not really caring about the opposition. He's going for the whoever offense. No sportsmanship for the all Madden CPU. And if you know where that's from or where that's referencing, then you must be old head like me. It's going to be 4th and 9 coming up. And that is going to bounce and going to be caught inside the 15. It's going to make it 1st and 10 coming. Gonna pass this here, takes off to run, chase down, gonna be a carry for 2 yards. No sack there, and Bad Omens almost had another one. Going to be passing this one and caught and turning up past midfield or past the 45-yard line is Angelo Roman coming through with the big catch. 69 yards total on the evening. 2.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. New York trying to chop into this point differential real quick. Going to be a big drop back here. Quick pitch, middle of the field, and caught again by Roman, getting to the 31-yard line. And there goes the 2-minute warning, folks. Shotgun set. Going to be passing it here, looking left side off the back of that defensive player there, T. Knight. Gonna shut that one down. Gonna make it 2nd and 10. Gonna be passing it here, looking for a man. Sends tall and throws a short there to Nakua. Got smacked at the end of that play. Gonna be 3rd and 3. Going to be passing it here, looking left side and some coverage, and Kyer Washington who we've yet to say his name all game long, is going to get a catch in this ball game too. X-Pac with the tackle and coverage. 1 minute, 12 seconds left. New York going as fast as they can. Inside the 20 in the red zone. Their second time in the red zone, I believe. Looking for a man here. Going to launch this left side and wide open. Angelo Roman. And New York's not going to give up. Even though this game is essentially over, they're going to go ahead and get a touchdown real quick. Give it to the tight end. I love tight end love. Granted, it is garbage time. Touchdown. It all counts on the stat sheet. Kick is up and it will be good. (41-13) is your score. Can we get 3 more entries in the giveaway? Get another drawing going? Probably not, but I'm just happy that we get this far. If y'all remember from last season, we wasn't hitting these numbers. And it's only going to get bigger and better from here. Coco or Golden Hands touchdown. As we're going to see that one go to the back of the end zone. And I'm going to see where we're at in regards to the predictions. Right now, 0 or 1 touchdown total between Coco and Aldrezi is looking like the move. As we're going to see a handoff here cutting up and getting to the 30-yard line. Going to make it 2nd and 5 coming up. Because Aldrezi has none. Coco has 1. So if Coco gets 1 more touchdown, which is going to be unlikely since they're going to be going towards a run type of set. New York stacking the line. Should be the last play of the game, and he's going to cut up and find a big hole again, and there goes Brewer. Says he wants it all. Give me the halfback of the year award. And that's just disgusting. Richard Powers tried his hardest for that dive. He had that dolphin dive, like that one Jaguars and Colts game. I forgot who was that receiver that was running. No, that was Brian Thomas. He lunged out, was like Superman, and couldn't touch nothing but air. He said that should be a flag, is what they're saying. Coach gonna yell at us, so they got back that garbage time touchdown. And that's a 2-play, 75-yard drive. What else do you want? So that's 4 total touchdowns on the day there for Davin Brewer. 3 rushing, 1 receiving. As we'll go ahead and set up for the game tomorrow night. So make sure you watch out for that. St. Louis at Detroit. Going to be another interesting ball game. St. Louis trying to get into the mix, as there is a return here currently by John Aldrezi with 2 seconds left. And I'll go ahead and flip over so we can get to that. Final play here for New York is going to be a pass. Going to look for a man and launches it deep. It's going to be caught. So that'll get Aaron Knight over 250 passing yards, but not the W. That will be reserved for the Tribe, as that's going to be 48-13 your score. And we'll go ahead and get into the stats. As always, I went to scoring summary like crazy, but it's all good. I'm here. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. 591-260, just ridiculous. Going a little bit further down, check out the time of possession. DC won that by about a minute or so. And we're going to look at the quarterbacks here. Zaire Augustus, 19 for 29, 305, 4 TDs, 1 interception. Overall, a great game from him. Did throw the pick earlier in the game, but really didn't affect the team as a whole. Aaron Knight, 19 for 37, 264, 51% completion percentage. Not a lot going on in regards to the pass game. Not even going to lie to you here for New York. They got to go ahead and find ways to get Nakua and the big homie Nakua and the big homie John Aldrezi open on some deeper plays, man. They got the speed, they got the ability to get the job done. They just need the offense to get right, you know what I'm saying? Longest pass of the day, though, 42 yards there by Augustus. Aaron Knight had a 32-yarder. Rushing wise, Davin Brewer, 18 for 269, 3 CDs. Rashad Watson, 17 for 42. Slam Bam Huckleby, 5 for 27. Kai Coco gets a carry for 2 yards. Jamarcus Tyrone had a backwards catch, a backwards thrown catch from the quarterback to make it a carry there. 1 for -1. Aaron Neck had a carry for 2 yards, and that was almost a sack. 1 fumble on the day there by Watson. And the longest carry of the day, obviously the last one there, 75 yards, doing his thing, making it happen. Receiving wise, we'll start with the Mafia, 5 for 106, 1 TD there for Angelo Roman. All things considered, great game there for him. Calvin Nakua, 4 for 53, sorry. John Aldrezi, 4 for 60. Rashad Watson, 2 for 14. Johnny Bravo, 2 for 20. Kyer Washington, 1 for 6. Jamarcus Tyrone, 1 for 5. Drop wise, looks like Bravo had 2. Aldrezi and Roman had 1. And longest catch of the day there for Angelo Roman, 32 yards out. Nakua had a 28-yarder. On the other side, Goosebusters and Golden Hands each had 5 catches apiece. Goosebusters 5 for 70. Golden Hands 5 for 98, a touchdown. Ryan Davis 4 for 73, a touchdown. Kai Coco 2 for 43, a touchdown. Davin Brewer 2 for 18, a touchdown. Slam Bam Huckleby 1 for 3. No drops on the game here for DC. In the rain, impressive. And the longest catch of the day, Goosebusters there, 42-yarder. And now that we know the total touchdowns between Coco and Aldrezi, we know that 0 and 1 will be the answer for that. So I'll send that out. We'll see who won that one. You know what I'm saying? Going into defense, we'll start with DC. Coco Raccoon leading the way with 7 total in regards to the solo. T Knight, Talon Rackerstone, Rocket Davis, Bad Omens, and X-Pac, each with 7 all around the different parts of the field. Got a lineman, got a linebacker, got safeties, got corners. Just ridiculous here all the way around. Big time moves here. Bill Whitman gets 6. John Smith gets 5. Javon Highland gets 3. Kason Kane and Night Stalker get 2. Ronnie Shanahan III, Goosebusters, Wilson Jr., Slam Bam, and Kai Coco each with 1. Tackles for Loss, Bad Omens gets 3. Smith and Raccoon get 2. Night Stalker, Javon Highland, Talon Reckerstone, Bill Whitman, Wilson Jr., and T Knight each get 1. Sack wise is gonna be Bad Omens leading the way with 2.5, and that's Kyle Wu getting the 838 coin there for getting that right. You know what I'm saying? Wilson Jr., John Smith, they're gonna pick up a sack. Night Stalker split it with Omens earlier. No picks in the rain here for DC. T Knight, Kason Kane, Ryan Davis, Rocket Davis and Coco Raccoon each with 1 pass deflection. Wilson Jr. forced to fumble but didn't recover it. And that's all the defensive stats here. As we go to the other side, the leading tackler will be CA Jr. and rookie safety Richard Powers with 9. Archer Reich, the corner, Chance Ravager, the corner, also gets 7. Coco Jellybean and Gunny McGuire get 6. Gus Pack gets 5. Matty Tillman gets 4. Brendan Gaucher gets 2 along with Danny Ringer. Zaina Bain, and that's all bots there. So Zaina Bain gets 1. Tackles for loss, Richard Powers gets 1. CA and Danny get 2. Only 2 sacks on the day here for New York, and they're both by Danny Ringer. Richard Powers with the pick earlier in the game, and that's a bot player. We don't care about that. And that's all the defensive stats here. Let's go to special teams. Party perfect on the day. 2 for 2 field goals, 1 for 1 extra point, long of 52. Adrian Del Rio, almost perfect on the day. Missed the extra point, 6 out of 7 total. Let's see, Party averaging 47.5 on 8. Adrian averaging 44.5 on 4. Kick return wise, Ryan Davis 1 for 27. John Aldrezi 2 for 40. Punt return wise, Ryan Davis 6 for 52, averaging 8.5. Chance Ravager only 1 return, only got 1 yard out of it. Going into the scoring summary here, as you see, a lot of DC scoring. They're going to start out with 2 TDs, missed the extra point. Golden Hands getting the first of the day. New York edged that lead a little bit, and it seemed close going into halftime if they were able to get their offense. But as you can see, we see 35 points given up there by New York in the second half alone, compared to the 10 that they scored. They did get an end zone later in the fourth quarter, but that was not enough. Davin Brewer, look at all the times we've seen Davin Brewer. A touchdown in 3 out of the 4 quarters, at least one. You're looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. As we go into the highlights, see if we can get a couple. We're going to start out with the game breaker, Mr. Davin Brewer. You know what I'm saying? Going to go ahead to the right side. Beautiful block there by number 72. That offensive lineman doing this thing. And then you see right here, Ryan Davison, Goosebusters helping out on the block. That set him free. And honestly, you see right there, Ryan Davis. You see right there, that's little hands to the face mask right there. You got away with one. I see that right there. I see you, Quick Pimpin'. But we're going to go ahead and see Richard Powers with the dolphin dive, getting nowhere. And it's going to be Davin Brewer taking that one all the way. Pretty easy there to close out the ball game. Great job. Angelo Roman, here's the only touchdown on the day here. Aaron Nike setting up, goes left side by himself. I don't know where the defense is. There's no help in the end zone. You see this right there? Nothing here. And that just made that look easy. Al Drezzy could have got that second touchdown if he went that way, but wanted to give it to the tight end there. I ain't mad at you. Do your thing, but Pippin. Aaron Nike sacked. We could watch that. That's fine. Got a sack a good amount of times there on Aaron Nike as they forced him backwards. Too many rushers going that route there on Aaron Nike. Nothing else here. Here's the Ryan Davis touchdown. Big drop back. Looks left side. Gone. Cover. Bam. Run straight through the wall. And then Richard Powers tried to get the tackle, but it was already too late at that point. Great job there. He said he feeling himself. He's flexing on the holes. Looking real good. Zaire Augustus had to pass the Goosebusters on that same drive that got him down the field. Big catch. Not quite the speed to get away from Mr. Powers, but a great job nonetheless. Great job. Anything else here? Doesn't look like. Well, they got the Davin Brewer touchdown, the receiving touchdown, going with the wheel route. And as you see, no one guarded him up. He was by himself. That was about as easy of a touchdown as you can ask for. And Davin Brewer gets his 3rd touchdown of the game. Archer Reich reaching for it, not going to get it. And here's the other big rush there from the big homie Davin Brewer. As you can see right there, you can run 2 tractor trucks through that mamma jamma. And once he got free, it's pretty much game over. CA, fast linebacker, but he ain't touching that. That's GG's on that. Looking a little further though, Aaron Nike, another sack there. Got the interception there by Powers. That was a real good play. Going to the left side towards Golden Hands, but you see right there the rookie, he called his number. I'm gonna pick that off. Great job there. Looking a little bit further, another sack on Aaron Nike, and this is the last touchdown. They don't even show that touchdown, unfortunate, but they do have Golden Hands here. And I'm gonna see if I can find Golden Hands right here. Got 2 men on them, but they went with that crazy route. Like, I never seen this before. Actually, I've seen the route concept, but not in game, and it worked so perfect. Had Kai Coco streaking and had him going up the middle, right over the top of the linebacker Gus Pack, the free agent, making it happen. And that's gonna be the end of it. I'm pretty sure that's all the highlights there for this ball game, and yes, it is. So we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Everything looks good. Very good game there for DC. New York still got some things to work on, but we got 2 more games on the week. St. Louis and Detroit tomorrow, so make sure you watch out for that. Should be around the same time, around like 7:30, 8 o'clock, depending on when I get back. And then we'll go ahead and close out the week. Huntington Beach on prime time. Once again, it's going to be Huntington Beach hosting Miami. So the first time they've played each other since Miami was a part of Toronto. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes down. We keep on rocking with the games, man. You got to stay with us. And it's going to go ahead and make it happen here. Let's go. And we'll talk to you later. See you tomorrow.